Welcome to GBDN TV. This is Business Notes. I'm Diane Bogino. Our guest today is Jean-Jacques Maignan. Jean-Jacques brings an international flair and perspective to his business acumen. Having been born and raised in Haiti and conducting business in both the United States and Canada, Jean-Jacques is founder and owner of Jean-Jacques Financial Services. His specialty is working with small to medium company retirement plans. Jean-Jacques has 14 years of expertise putting together retirement plan benefits that are both tax efficient and cost effective, allowing business owners to retire with peace of mind and the financial resources to enjoy life. Jean-Jacques, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Dan.
And Jean-Jacques, let me ask you, what is a small business retirement plan?
Well, let's put it in the context so we can better understand what created the need for a retirement plan. In the 70s, they had what was created called ERISA. Back then, the majority of an individual had a defined benefit plan with the work for a company, and the company defined or guaranteed to them if they work a certain amount of years, they retire, they will have a pension for a certain number of years. And the numbers in 1975 were about 27.2 million individuals that had these plans. Fast forward in 2011, you have about 16.5 million of individuals who have a defined benefit. On the other side, you have what we call a defined contribution. A defined contribution is where the individual put himself or herself money into the plan. Now, in that same time period from the 70s, the number of participants were about 11.2 million. Whereas, fast forward in 2011, that number rise to 73.3 million. So the trend here, less and less company offering a defined benefit, and more companies kind of let you do it for yourself.
Right. So who can set up a small business retirement plan?
Well, the process is quite simple. Because now, since you're self-employed, and the majority of the time the mistake the self-employed individual makes is that they think they are a separate entity from their business. They're looking at it also that they are one, but as per the IRS, you're not really one, you're two. You are you, the employer, and the employee of your corporation. What that means to you is that if you're not taking care of you, then the business there's going to be a problem down the road. So because we're in an environment where you have to take care of your retirement plan and you have to do everything for yourself, that create the need for the small business owner to have a small business retirement plan. Because when the year comes, they cannot produce any more, so who's going to take care of you?
That's right. So when can a company set this plan up?
There are two things you have to consider. First of all, since you're a starter, the small business have to look at cash flow. That's fundamental. Because if the cash flow is not there, then what's the need of saving for retirement? But once you've established that, you understand, okay, there's a revenue coming in, then at that point, that's where I come in. Kind of look at it from different angles and look at different plan, the tax advantages of setting up different plan and how do they integrate within your small company's culture. In addition to that, it kind of help you as an employer for recruiting standpoint.
I see. Yes, it would. And so why should a small business even have a retirement plan in the first place?
First of all, it makes you very, very competitive. There are two things you have to take into account when you hire somebody. Let's say you're a doctor's office or a lawyer's office. You have a person that's been with you for years and years and years. That individual really know how to run your business in your absence. And it would be very sad that you've spent so much time, resources, and energy into that individual to see that they left and go work for someone else because they have a 50 cents raise that they're going to put into a 401k. Whereas you have the ability to do that and retain that key employee.
Well, how does a company go about setting these plans up?
That's where we come in. We help you navigate the marketplace, the different type of plan that are there, SEP, simple IRAs, solo 401k, look at them from a cost structure and see which one provide the most tax effective rate for you. And from there, we will make a recommendation.
Let me ask you this. The small company has this retirement plan for their employees, but couldn't the business owner also take advantage of that plan?
I'm glad you asked that question. Remember I mentioned earlier that as per the IRS, you're not really one, you are two in one, because you are the business as the employer and you are an employee of the business. So if when you set up that plan, the plan is set up for the corporation, an LLC, whichever then you set it up for, that's for the company. Now you, as Diane or Jean-Jacques, is an employee of that same corporation. You have the ability now to make the contribution and also have the company to match that contribution you make for that employee, which in essence is you.
Yeah. This allows business owners to, as we said, retire with a peace of mind once they've decided not to operate their business any longer.
Correct. The mistake is most people think, okay, I'm going to work into my business and one day that business is going to grow and I'll find a venture capitalist and I'll sell it and live off the proceeds. How many times that happened? Well, we don't know if that really will happen or not, if the business will even pick up. But the probability is that if you do not take care of it when you can, it's just going to compound it, and before you realize it, years and months have passed, and then you will discover yourself when you're ready to exit and there was nothing put in place. And time could be your biggest enemy in that aspect. So I would say as soon as possible, you can do that. Once you realize that the business is in position to do that, you call our office and we'll be more than happy to consult and provide that type of guidance to you.
Wonderful. Jean-Jacques, thank you so much for being on the show today. I think you've brought our viewers some very important information.
Oh, thank you for having me, Dan.
You're welcome. We've been speaking with Jean-Jacques Maignan, founder and owner of Jean-Jacques Financial Services. Thank you for joining us on GBDN TV and Business Notes. I'm Diane Bogino, bringing you business ideas you can bank on.